He just always wants to do whatever his sister's doing. Normal activities. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic, Justin here with Rain City Toys Arvy, back from New York City, New Jersey. I'm with the Jersey City boys. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You got to have your first Wrestling Classic trip experience.
What an experience it was.
2-night SummerSlam too, the biggest SummerSlam of all time, as we heard multiple times.
Your boy.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I got to see him in his full form, Super Cena, not even just like heel bad guy, serious Cena.
You got to see your hero, CM Punk.
Best in the world, won the World Heavyweight title.
For 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Still won the World Heavyweight title. We got to see a crazy ladder match. We got to see a ton. Let's just get into it. We're not going to fully review SummerSlam like that. We got tons to talk about. Obviously, the vlog will be coming out soon of our experience. We got to work together on location. Got to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. We did WrestleCon. We did the media junket. I obviously got to do that. Interviewed Charlotte and Alexa. I was really hoping to interview Aleister Black, but we ran out of time.
Rooftop patios in New York.
Rooftop patios in New York. Ended up hanging out with some Surrey Jacks. But that all being said, throughout the whole weekend, right? Because I've done this before. I've done WrestleCon. I've done WrestleManias and Royal Rumbles and Survivor Series. This is my second SummerSlam. First one as the Wrestling Classic. But for you, like, how was the experience overall?
So a buddy asked me, obviously they were watching our pictures and seeing it on Instagram. So I've been to NBA Finals, I've been to NHL Finals, I've been to major sporting events. For me, this was probably the greatest experience of my life. Maybe it was the inner child in me, but imagine being at a SummerSlam, watching a guy like John Cena. It just felt surreal being there. I mean, you've been to many events, but I don't know. This one was just...
and it's also like I've been to the minor ones too. Like I've been to like Money in the Banks, which are cool and stuff like that. But I feel like when you go to the Big Four, like you did go to Survivor Series in November, but like just going to the Big Four...
It didn't hit like this.
It didn't hit like this because you were more involved now. Like you were basically humbly part of the Wrestling Classic. And to be fair... People came up to you and said, "No, we know you too." Like,
hey, shout out to everyone that got pictures with me.
Yeah, they were like, "No, we seen you too. We've seen you on the podcast. We've seen you doing stuff with Justin. We've seen they've seen you on the page." Like, people are like, "No, we know you too." There's a couple people like you like try to introduce yourself and like, "No, we know you."
Yeah,
which is a cool experience, right?
I mean, that was cool, but for me, it was cooler seeing how many people recognized you. Well, I mean, you've been around for a while. Not the recognition, but how much an impact you've made on their life about wrestling.
Yeah, which is always weird to me still.
And I saw people like get emotional talking to you and like break down and almost cry, saying it was because of you. We watched wrestling, or you got us through a dark time, and you made wrestling cool again. Like
and like that's always the biggest one when people say you made wrestling cool again. Always hits me hard because that's something I really tried to do. Was at the beginning make wrestling cool again because I didn't have people to talk about wrestling with. My friends kind of grew out of it. I made an Instagram page to talk to wrestling fans and create a community, and we really did. And like even some of the wrestlers that have been like, I've been following you before I started wrestling. You saw that at WrestleCon. Like it's a super cool experience.
Well, the reactions of some of the wrestlers when they see you, because you obviously talk to a lot of these people.
Even I posted the one with Natty and Charlotte, but like everybody was kind of like, oh, like what's up? Like they knew who I was. Even the Creed brothers making fun of me, like, oh, this guy doesn't even ask us to come on his podcast. He doesn't want to. He gave up on us, and Arvy's like, I'm your biggest fan and stuff.
They should be tag team champs.
Before we get to SummerSlam, break it down. Past the junket because that's more WWE media stuff. That was cool. It's always chaotic. I love doing them. I appreciate the opportunity to do them, but it's always chaotic. Cool experience. So, how do you feel about WrestleCon? How cool is WrestleCon? Because I always say people underestimate how like cool and how much you can actually do at WrestleCon.
So WrestleCon, I mean, not too familiar with right now. It happens at all the big fours.
So it used to only happen at WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
It was the annual WrestleMania thing. I want to say the last 2 years they've also tried to do it at the Rumble and SummerSlam. They don't really do it for Survivor Series, but they tried. Okay. They did it at the Rumble. So the one at WrestleMania is way bigger. Okay. It's usually like Mike Tyson was there and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. The ones at Rumble and the SummerSlam were a little bit smaller.
But still, this seemed pretty big. I mean, it felt like everyone.
Well, you got some big names. You had Saraya there. You had Brett. You had Kurt Angle, Mark Henry. Yeah. There's some big names of the JBL and Farouk.
And surprisingly, they're set up pretty well. Like, the way they're organized and how you meet other wrestlers, all different types of wrestlers from the indies to, alumni, legends from different brands. That was a super cool experience. And again, it was neat to see these guys in person because
Yeah.
these are guys who we grew up with, right? Angle was there, Lex Luger was there, my favorite JBL,
Yeah.
he was there.
Guys like Okada were there, like AWS's Tony Storm, Great Muta was in the house.
Yeah.
Like, it's WrestleCon's always a vibe. And I always like WrestleCon. I've said this for years, so I'm not even like saying it to be.
Suck up?
No, yeah, like I'm not trying to like downplay WWE's meet and greets. WWE's meet and greets are great, right? Like you get to meet WWE wrestlers that are signed to the company that it's really hard to have access to, right? They're not doing WrestleCons or other conventions like that. But sometimes with WWE meet and greets, it's very like be quick, get your picture, say what's up, keep this line moving. We gotta
Restricted conversations.
yeah, and like we gotta get this talent to the next place they need to be at. They're scheduled full day. Like some of them did meet and greets the day of SummerSlam. Like they got a busy schedule, so it's hard. So it's not WWE's fault, not anybody else's fault. Also, we had a great experience on location where we did get to talk to everybody and
was awesome.
have a little bit more conversations because they knew we were vlogging everything to showcase the experience. So we had the opportunity to like sit down and talk to people a little bit more. Another shout out for On Location, if you do get one of their packages, the brunch in the mornings, they do like a brunch where wrestlers come. Like the wrestlers come and chill at your table for like 5-10 minutes. Like they spend quality time with you. You got your daughter a shout out. Like, so that all aside, like those experiences aside, On Location different. I think WrestleCon's the best to actually have the ability to talk to a wrestler and actually like have a proper conversation with them. Yeah, there's lineups and stuff, but it's less like rushing you, pushing you, like trying to get the line moving. And there's a little bit more of a personal connection you can have with the wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. We got to talk to Kevin Nash. And
We got to talk
it was
to
more than wrestling.
Yeah, and I listen, like there is part of it where it's like, yes, a lot of the wrestlers I know and like I can like skip lines and jump up. Like the wrestlers will come to me like, no, come here and stuff. Like obviously like all the younger wrestlers like Emily and Zeta guys were like hyped to see and stuff, and AJ was like my boy, Jakar, etc. But a guy like Kevin Nash, I've hung out with Kevin Nash, I met him before, but like he doesn't know me like that. Usually the older wrestlers forget. But for Kevin Nash to like sit there and have like a 5-minute conversation with us about his health, it was cool because
he opened
like,
up about it, like his family and what's been going on in his time, and we saw him again at the WWE signing. And walked up, he remembered us, you guys again, right? So that was cool.
But once again, the WWE signing was so much quicker. Like we were able to have that conversation. So my whole thing here is like, and I want to thank WrestleCon because I've gone into a bunch of them in the past like 5-6 years, and I just kind of walk in and do whatever I want, and they've never gotten mad about it. So like, thank you guys.
Except for the one guy who
well, that's a promoter, not actually the WrestleCon people. The people that run WrestleCon have always been super gracious towards me. They let me do my interviews and stuff, and they know every time I post stuff, I do my best to make sure they say this was at WrestleCon. I did this at WrestleCon. So
that's good coverage.
Yeah, so it's and look what we're doing right now. I'm like hyping it up. So shout out WrestleCon. If you haven't been to WrestleCon, if you go to the WWE events and you just go to the WWE stuff, like just the Superstore, the WWE meet and greets, I can't recommend more. Go to WrestleCon. If you're a content creator and you want to get content, here's a little secret. Go to WrestleCon. You're more likely.
Unlimited opportunities.
Yeah, you're more likely to get a wrestler at WrestleCon and be like, yeah, let's do a 5-minute interview thingy than you are with the WWE thing. Hey yo, it's your boy the Wrestling Classic Justin here. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other shows on the Wrestling Classic YouTube channel, like the TWC Show where me and Arvy talk everything wrestling. Updates, new things, old things, we just talk about it all. Mount Rushmore's got you guys pretty mad. And if you haven't already, check out Just Yapping. We talk about a little bit more things about our own personalities outside of wrestling. A biker kicked my car. Arvy's doesn't take his kids to Disneyland. I don't know why. Check out Just Yapping. Check out the TWC Show. And also, if you haven't already, I'm in Arvy's garage, Rain City Toys garage. If you need toys, check out raincitytoys.com. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on Instagram. He's trying to catch up to me. I don't think he's going to, but at least try to help him, like get him there a little bit. If you guys want loose toys, there's loose toys. If you guys want old school toys, new toys, AEW, WCW, Legends, all that stuff, CDs, magazines, raincitytoys.com. Like, comment, subscribe, engage with the YouTube channel. The more you guys engage, the bigger guests I get for casual conversations. And if you guys have been enjoying that series, you have to comment, you have to like, you gotta share it. Wrestling Classic YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment, keep doing the thing, enjoy the rest of the show. Dig it!
Saw my girl Holly Hood.
Holly Hood, Haley J. Got your name right.
Yeah.
Don't slap me.
Lengthen attack. You know your girl Zeta.
Yeah,
right?
that's a homie.
That was a cool moment.
Zeta's the homie. She's cool.
Shout out to Raj. Right?
Shout out to Raj. Shout out to Dante too. We hung out with Zeta and Dante after. They're both cool. You know,
super
Anthony Bowens, good peeps. Let's talk about it really quickly so we can wrap this up. We're not going to get way too deep into it. Obviously, the on location thing. We'll be dropping a vlog talking about that whole experience. You guys will see everything we're talking about. What was 2 nights. So should we do night 1, night 2, or should we just do like
No, let's do both. We can do both.
just both at once?
Yeah.
Okay, both at once. What was your favorite moment of SummerSlam? Like out of the obviously outside
SummerSlam
of
weekend?
outside of our experience, like so like not like it was cool, like we got to go into the ring, take pictures on the stage. Like it was also cool, like I looked at the picture, I'm like, yo, I'm standing in the ramp, but it's not like a random like I don't know, like Money in the Bank. It's fucking SummerSlam. Like
Well, what about Nick Khan,
WrestleMania,
right? We got to
Summer.
meet
Oh, we
Nick
met
Khan.
Nick Khan.
Yeah, that was cool
Shout out
too.
to Bryce. We got to meet Nick Khan.
Yeah, a lot of great people.
Shout out to Chris and Jamil, who we hung out quite a bit there as well.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, shout out to him. I think that was another cool part. Of course, on location gave us that experience, but how many people we met there that day, and just like genuine fans and people just having a great time. Green shirt guy, Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah. A lot of great conversations.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Names I don't even remember. You know,
Jeremy and that what was that guy's name? Matt, I think Mike, his buddy. Those guys were cool.
Yeah. Everyone was awesome to us.
We saw the tag team twins they were sitting behind us. There's just all the content creators. Everybody was there. It was a good
Malcolm,
vibe.
shout out to
Yeah, Malcolm's the man. Adam's the man. Gavir was our boy all
Gavir.
weekend. Gavir does. I feel like giving him a shout out's weird because he was basically like part of the crew all weekend.
Yeah, he
but
was just with us.
he was like, I'm down for anything. I was like, are you sure you're down for anything? Yeah, man, I'm down for anything. I'm like, all right, man. Shout out to Snapple. Anyways.
Yeah, Snapple.
What is your favorite moment of SummerSlam weekend based on the shows?
Okay, so both nights, right?
Just do both nights. So we'll get number one moment.
Night one, I mean, it's a pretty obvious. It's Seth Rollins cashing in.
It's cool to see a cash in.
I've never seen one.
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't think I've seen a cash in either.
The cool thing about that cash in was I was still so unsure all the way leading up for him pinning CM Punk 1, 2, 3. So when he showed up, I thought, to showcase that he's got the briefcase. Then when he dropped his crutches, I thought they're just saying, okay, like I'm ready at any time. And when he ran in, I thought, it can't be this quick. There's no way he's cashing in. Like, it's going to work.
I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I was like, I think I told you earlier in the day, I'm like, if Punk wins and Seth cashes in, like, it's not a big deal to me. Because I'm like, as long as, like, I'm like, Punk doesn't need a long reign. But then I will say this. I thought Seth was hurt. That's what I'm saying. I thought Seth was hurt. So even when Seth's music hit and came out, I was like, oh, he's going to do it. Then he came on the crutches. And I was like, oh, they're going to end the show with Seth waving the briefcase, being like, I'm still coming for you.
Yeah.
And then he dropped the crutches, took off his jacket, ran down the ramp.
One favorite?
Probably, I mean, okay. Obviously, aside from seeing Punk, right? Because obviously, like, I'm a big CM Punk fan, and seeing Punk wrestle Gunther, I thought it was a great match. Him winning the world title was a cool moment, and the cash-in, because I am a Seth fan. Like I told you, like
the moment burning down.
I said burn it down, and I also said like, yo, I have a lot of Seth Rollins shirts.
Switched up real quick.
I got a lot of Seth Rollins shirts.
Switched up real
No,
quick.
but I really do like Seth. But I also like it's CM Punk over Seth, but I really do like Seth, right? Yeah. But that aside, since you said that, I'll say something that was really cool for me to see, just because like. I on a personal note have had many conversations with Charlotte Flair about her career and her relationship with the fans and all that, and the fact to see that her and Alexa won the tag belts and she's like the happiest she is in her career, and they put on a great match with Roxanne and Raquel, who we both now know are genuinely sweet people. Yeah. And this is what I was trying to explain to Arvy. I'm like, it sucks for me doing shows like this because I get to know the wrestlers and then I have like these biases. And this is a bias, but I have to say maybe Alexa and Charlotte winning the tag titles was super cool for me for night one. Yo, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic, Justin here, and I'm here to tell you guys about one of wrestling's best kept secrets for merchandise, officially licensed WWE and NXT merchandise, 500level.com. Check them out, 500level.com. Get officially licensed merchandise for the WWE, NXT, UFC, MLB, NBA, NHL. They got it all. If you join the Partnership Point program as a loyal customer, you will get discounts down the road. You can find merchandise for some of your favorite NXT stars that you can't find anywhere else. Javon Evans, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic, Lola Vice, Trick Williams. They got merchandise for everybody on NXT. You got OG shirts like this NWO shirt. You got big stars like the Queen Charlotte Flair. You get new designs, like this new design for Lita. You get designs I helped out with, like this design for Dakota Kai, which I was a part of creating when Dakota didn't have those many shirts going on. You can get, like I said, NXT superstars like Carmen Petrovic and many others. You can get OGs like the none other than the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. You can get CM Punk, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, anybody you want. Sami Zayn's 500level.com. Check them out. You can even get the bad guy, Razor Ramon. You get your OG, like I said, logo shirts, NWO, WWF, Survivor Series, Raw's War. 500level.com. Check them out. Join the partnership program. Some of the best quality shirts, premium quality, regular quality, some of the best product you will find out there. Officially licensed WWE, NXT merchandise, and OG Legend stuff. 500level.com. Check them out. Keep doing the thing. We'll see you all later. Ooh, yeah.
And then for me, night 2, Cena coming back as babyface.
I think the whole Cena entrance, I posted your
Yeah,
reaction. That was your first time ever seen John. Tell me how did it feel to see John Cena for the first time ever?
Felt like a kid. I didn't know. I didn't know how to act. I just, wanted to scream.
You did.
No.
You looked at me and said, "You can't see me."
A grown man.
But getting mad at me because I'm not the biggest Cena fan. Like, after you look at him, he's right there. Like, no, man, I can't see him.
That was a fun moment. And, I don't know if I was joking or not, but I told you that's probably like one of my greatest experiences in my life.
You said it's better than your wedding. It was a more important day than your wedding.
I think so. I'll never forget that moment.
Was it more important than when your kids were born?
Well, I wasn't there for one of them, so does that count?
John Cena, it was cool. Like, it was actually apropos. Like I said, it's crazy that I was at the Elimination Chamber when John Cena turned heel. Like, it felt like that was meant to happen, that I was meant to be there.
Yeah.
The night you got to see John Cena, he came back as a full babyface.
And the run down the round.
Yelled at Stu, did the thing.
Yeah.
It was like, if it didn't, like, if you saw heel John Cena, I don't think it would have been this. It would have been cool, but it wouldn't have been the same for you. And you got Super Cena. Like, that match was Super Cena, Super Cody. Like,
that was awesome.
They were kicking out of everybody's things,
Yeah. And again, if it wasn't, so biased towards Cena, I really enjoyed the Rhea Ripley, Io Sky match.
Banger, that was a banger.
I really enjoyed that match.
I'm gonna say for me, because I was tired for most of the night 2, we were in the sun a lot. I remember being really drained.
I think we spoke for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
right?
I watched back the ladder match and a few things I didn't get to like pay attention to that much after the fact. But I was there for it. I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, just to not say the same thing as you, like to not say Cena and Cody, I'll say Dom and AJ. I can't sit here and tell you that the match was that great, but AJ coming out dressed like Eddie, they're both trying to do the Eddie Guerrero cheating stuff, and honestly, like, I popped for Dom retaining. Like, I think everyone just thought AJ was gonna win, and I was just like, no, it's cool that Dom got to retain, because Dom is like the man right now. Like, do you see the pop he's getting like Triple
I love when
H?
AJ did the Eddie shake.
Yeah, and like AJ's entrance, right? Like, this is the thing about guys like AJ, Cena, Punk, even like Orton, right? We didn't talk about Orton and Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll and Orton didn't.
How over was Jelly Roll?
Jelly was over, and he did a great job. And Jelly was a man. He said on, I think it was Cody's podcast, he's like, I didn't want to win. He's like, I asked to lose.
Cody's or
Cody's. It was Cody's, because he's like celebrities always come in here and then they just win. He's like, I didn't want to win. I want to lose.
Yeah.
And it was great. Honestly, I think.
I don't know much about Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
But like even I was chanting Jelly Roll, right? Get the hot tag.
Yeah. But to that point, like Orton, Punk, AJ, Cena, like none of these guys need to win. They're all established guys that the next morning you're still gonna be like, these guys are the men.
I'm looking back at it. What a stacked card. This was better than WrestleMania.
I don't remember. I'm trying to think.
WrestleMania main event was Punk, Roman, and
that was sick for me.
No,
the main events were sick. Cody and Cena. Time out. Travis Scott shit sucked. I take that back. But the CM Punk, Roman, and we saw Roman and Jay versus the Bronze.
And they opened up, and
that was a banger.
The crowd was hyped, right?
Yeah. The best was like when that like brief second where they already did the entrances, they did like 2 minutes of fighting, and then like they started the Yeet Party again.
Yeah.
It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Shout out SummerSlam. Shout out WWE.
And of course, Brock coming back was I'm just talking as a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, Brock.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I did too. Listen, I said this to you like the whole time. When I sat back down when he was still doing the walk and stuff, but I was like, I don't know what it is. It's just a wrestling fan to me. When you hear that, like that opening chord, you're like, oh shit. But then I get back to normal. I'm like, it happens to me every time. I'm not even the biggest Brock fan, but anytime I hear that, you just know your brain goes, oh shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
And then I was back to normal. I was like, oh, he's back. Very cool, whatever.
Let's see what happens with us.
But that opening chord, like, if you are a wrestling fan and you didn't have, like, whether it was negative or positive, you had some reaction when you heard, you know what I mean? Like,
and so, like, my bias, obviously, with On Location, kind of doing what we
how about like your first big experience was like a sick experience with On Location?
Maxed out,
I went to so many of these shows, scrumming it, not getting credentials, sleeping on hotel room floors, staying at people's houses, barely getting tickets, going to shows, not even knowing if I'm going to get inside WrestleMania, sitting in the nosebleeds. This guy's first experience walks in there On Location. It's media junket at WrestleCon.
Well, you've obviously put in the work, right, to get to this point.
Oh, so, for sure.
I have the goal, so I should be rewarded. Yeah, I've been helping you grind on the YouTube.
Yeah, we've only done this for 5 months. It feels like we've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Right? Yeah, because I was looking at old videos.
You've only been doing this for 5 months, like 5 months. I'm like, dude, it feels like
because I was looking back at like my old videos and I was like, when did we start doing this? Because I'm like only like 12 episodes deep and just yapping. That's not.
Yeah, we're popping off though.
Shout out to TWC Show, like we bought it back.
Liking our stuff, or commenting, right?
Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting. Look out for the on location vlog. I got interviews coming out. If any of you guys are like super slick editors, please teach me how to reduce background noise. Outside of that, yeah, I got interviews. Dom's dropping this week. It might have dropped before I dropped this. I don't know, but go watch Dom.
Yeah.
We got one with Mara Sade, aka Jakari Jackson. I got a Just the Apping with AJ Francis. We got some stuff coming up. I talked to Ben Bishop. He's pretty popular on social media, an indie guy, but I want to continue to support my independent wrestlers, so I'm gonna have him on the show. So subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever you guys can. I said this in my channel on Instagram. Engage as much as you can, because the more you engage by commenting, sharing, just liking, like the more opportunities I get to do. And to anybody that came up to us, said what's up, said thank you, said appreciate what you done. Someone came to me and was like, yo, Justin, like all these creators today, like you opened the doors for them. You made these opportunities seem like something that could happen.
And I saw.
I don't know if that's true.
No, I saw that first time of the love that we get.
And I don't know if that's true, but like it means a lot to think that, because I have been doing this for like 11 years. I did start from nothing. I created something on nothing. Before there was a bunch of like, I'm not going to say there wasn't wrestling YouTubers, because there was. There was like Wrestling with Regret and like Grimm's Toy Show and all these guys. But in terms of like people that are on TikTok didn't exist when I started. It was still Musically. When it comes to Instagram, I'm the OG Instagram guy. Twitter, sure, there's like people complaining about wrestling there forever, but it's not what it is today. And I try to be gracious and give opportunities to all the other content creators and help them out and stuff. And I see everyone grinding.
Shout out to all the young bucks.
Yeah, and it's cool that like I still sometimes get my flowers to being here as long as I've been. So thank you, I appreciate it. Probably see you guys at Survivor Series. If you guys are gonna be in Chattanooga at the end of the month for the wrestling convention, I'll see you guys out there. Maybe I'm like 50-50 on it. I'll see you guys in September. All Out, Toronto. I might come through with Dan Marston wherever he went. But we'll keep doing the thing. We'll see you all next time.